Okay, you've probably seen the party photos online, right? But forget about those for a second. Today, we're doing a C-suite teardown of a truly brilliant brand activation, the Cheetos Cheesyverse. We're going to go way beyond the hype to really unpack the strategy behind it all. So let's dive in.
What you're looking at here, well, it's a masterclass in how to cut through all the digital noise out there. I mean, we live in a world of ad blockers and tired old algorithms, right? This is how you grab someone's attention. This isn't just marketing, it's a major strategic play for cultural relevance. So, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll get a handle on what the event actually was. Then, we'll go deep on the strategy behind it, immersive marketing. After that, we'll see how they actually pulled it off, and most importantly, we'll pull out the key lessons for any business leader looking to make this kind of splash. All right, let's start with the cheesyverse phenomenon itself. Now, this was never just about throwing a party, no way. This was about building a universe, an entire world where a simple snack becomes this immersive experience that people can literally step right into. You know, for a brand like Cheetos that's been around forever, the million-dollar question is always, how do you stay relevant with Gen Z? And the answer, you'll find, isn't just another ad. It's about creating a cultural moment. And who's at the center of it all? Their iconic mascot, Chester Cheetah. Not just as some logo on a bag, but as the charismatic host of the entire experience. So what was the strategic engine driving all of this? Well, it all comes down to one thing: immersive marketing. In an age where everyone is just so tired of ads, this isn't just another option, it's the antidote. Let's just quickly define what we're talking about here. Experiential marketing isn't about telling people your brand story. It's about letting them live it. The real goal is to create an emotional connection that, let's be honest, a 30-second TV spot could only dream of achieving. And look, this wasn't just some fun, creative project. No, this was a strategic move with crystal clear business goals. We're talking about boosting cultural relevance, sparking huge engagement on social media, and this is the big one: turning every single person there into an authentic brand ambassador by empowering them to create their own content. And that brings us to the absolutely brilliant execution. You have to think of the Cheesyverse as a meticulously designed content factory. Every single element, every corner, was engineered to answer one critical question: how can we make this so cool that people just can't help but share it? Just take this laser maze. By making the experience into a game, you get a shot of adrenaline. You create these high-energy, totally shareable moments that are frankly pure catnip for social media. This is active participation, not just standing around and watching. And these optical illusion rooms? A perfect example of designing for the social media feed. These aren't just rooms. They're basically mini content studios. They give everyone there a super compelling reason to pull out their phone and create stuff that makes both them and the brand look impossibly cool. But the strategy went even deeper with personalization. They had stations like this where people could actually get a Cheetos look. Now, that's about way more than just fun. It's an invitation for people to adopt the brand's identity, to make it a part of their own. And that right there is how you build a tribe, not just a customer base. And you know, every single detail, even something that seems random like a ball pit, was perfectly on brand. It's a direct nod to that playful, kind of mischievous spirit that is just the core DNA of Cheetos. Every single touch point reinforces the story. And here you can see the magic happening. On the left, you've got the brand strategy, brought to life by Chester. And on the right, that's the payoff. It's the attendees becoming organic content creators, broadcasting the brand's message to all their friends and followers. That is the marketing flywheel, just spinning at full speed. All right, so let's get down to the bottom line. What is the real ROI on an experience like this? This is where we translate all the fun into financials and pull out the crucial takeaways for any executive. And this is the question, isn't it? It's the one that should be on every single executive's mind. If you're going to make this kind of big investment, what's the actual payback? What is the real business value here? Well, the ROI here isn't something you measure in ticket sales. It's measured in strategic assets. First up, you get a flood of user-generated content, which is basically a massive, authentic ad campaign that you get almost for free. Second, the earned media you get from the press and influencers can have a dollar value that completely dwarfs the event's actual budget. And finally, you get the most valuable asset of all, brand affinity. That's the emotional connection that builds real long-term customer loyalty. And all of that brings us to the really big question. In an era of just total digital saturation, are we looking at the new frontier of brand building? As consumers get better and better at tuning out all the noise, creating these unforgettable experiences, well, it might not just be an option anymore, it might just be the only option. And that's the strategic challenge for every leader to think about.